Jones' pass incomplete, intended for McGregor.
Welcome into Homer Bryce Stadium
Willis with the carry.
for this matchup between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and the Livingston Lions. There was a penalty on the play, but that was declined, so Chapel Hill gets on the board first. We only have 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this first quarter, but Chapel Hill gets on the board first with a nice run by Samari Willis. His first touchdown of the year, and Adolfo Tamayo comes on for the point after, and it is no good. So Chapel Hill leads 6-0 here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. We welcome you in, and we apologize for the technical delays as it's early in the season and we're hitting some rust ourselves, but we got it all cleared up here on a beautiful night in Nacogdoches. I'm Logan Ward. Alongside me is Brett Sweeney, bringing you tonight's action. Both teams 1-0 coming into this game. And Chapel Hill gets out to the lead 6-0. This is a rematch of last year's by-district first-round playoffs. Chapel Hill and Livingston played in New Caney last year. And Chapel Hill won 49-37, so Livingston's played Chapel Hill in 2 of their last 3 ball games.
Something you wouldn't normally see with teams that aren't really close in proximity.
Adolfo Tamayo off to kick for Chapel Hill, and it's a short kick. Going to be fielded around the 23-yard line, and stepping out of bounds is Lynn Johnson. So Livingston's going to get the ball here. Catch you up. Livingston has had opportunities. They've moved the ball down the field, but has not been able to convert on 2 fourth-down conversions. 0 for 2 in fourth-down conversions so far.
Yeah, you've got 2 different styles here tonight. You've got Chapel Hill's kind of up-tempo, fast-paced offense. A lot of throwing, some running. You've got Livingston as an all-out run team. Basically, they have, I think last week they had about 330 yards on the ground, only 30 yards passing. So 2 different styles. It's going to be interesting to see which one of those styles wins out tonight.
They're going to reset the play clock. It was running down. See some different formations from this Livingston team. Under center is Damian Ruiz. He's the catalyst of this offense. Hands it off to Johnson, and he is swallowed up in the backfield by a host of Bulldogs, led by Jatavian Watson.
Nice read there by the defense.
Loss of 2. He's up 2nd and 12. Ruiz, a returning starter in last year, was the District 10 4A Offensive Player of the Year. And comes back in this offense, trying to lead them to the playoffs once again. Actually won the district last year. Play action, Ruiz. Rolling near side, going to be shoved out of bounds. See where they spot the ball. At the 28-yard line.
It's nice contain there. Ruiz, he's very shifty, so it's going to be very important for Chapel Hill tonight to be able to contain him.
Third and 9, ball on the 28-yard line with 1:54 remaining in the first quarter. Play action. Cross the body throw, and it's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. Willie Fagan with the catch, a nice catch with the defender on his back, but it's going to be about a yard short of the line to gain.
Another fourth down here.
And I would assume they're going for it.
It looks like the offense is staying out there.
They've been able to move the ball efficiently. I would assume here that Damian Ruiz is going to get the ball in his hands.
I like that call there. I think you put it in your offensive leader's hands here and let him make a play.
Throws it outside. Good enough for the first down and more. Trucks a defender.
Wow.
Julian Gardner on the reception.
I think Chapel Hill might have thought the same thing we did.
This little pitch and catch.
Yeah, nothing to it. I mean, they gave him 5 yards off the line there, and then he ran over a defender on his way to a great pickup for the first down.
Ball now at the 48-yard line. First and 10. Ruiz up the middle. It's the second time they've called a QB draw, this time on first and 10. Gain of about 4. That's an efficient way to gain some yards if you can get 4 or 5 yards every time. Livingston coming in 1-0 with a 45-20 win last week over Concordia Lutheran. We'll play at Orangefield next week. Little miscommunication in the backfield. Ruiz going to do something with it. Get close to the marker.
Ruiz with the carry.
And that should be the final snap of the first quarter.
It's a really nice play mix up there. It ended up with a nice gain. Almost picked up the first down out of it.
So we'll head to the second quarter. Chapel Hill leads 6-0. You're watching Texas High School football on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Damian Ruiz comes back out with a 3rd and 1 now. Ball inside Chapel Hill territory. Trying to match the Chapel Hill score. Man in motion, little misdirection, and it is gobbled up by Chapel Hill.
Kevion Huddleston there leading the way for the Bulldogs on the tackle.
So another 4th down for the Lions.
It's like there's no doubt they're going for it again here. Offense stays on the field.
They're 1 for 3 so far in 4th down conversions. Ruiz in the shotgun, and he's just gonna pooch it down, roll inside the 15-yard line.
Nice
and
play.
Chapel Hill will take over possession inside their own 15-yard line. So Tyler Jones comes back out, the junior quarterback. Last week got his first varsity start and had an incredible game. He was 13 for 15, 330 yards through the air, and 3 touchdowns in his first varsity start. Tonight has had a little bit of miscommunication, some overthrows, but Chapel Hill still has a 6-0 lead early in this one. Handoff far side. That's DJ Williams with the carry.
Chapel Hill's got about 3 or 4 backs that they'll rotate in and out, keeps them fresh. That was Williams. You'll see, I think, what was it? Willis had the touchdown earlier. Also, J.K. Davis and Brooks as well will be in the backfield.
Davis is in the backfield now, and that's a penalty. We'll see who it's on.
It's like the line moved.
The right tackle moved a little bit.
Oh, they say he jumped across and made it move there.
Davion Wallace jumped early for the Lions defense, and now Chapel Hill has it with a 2nd and 2 now after the penalty. Looking right. He's going to air it out to Tyson Berry, and it's way too far. Incomplete.
It's tough to overthrow Tyson Berry.
There are 2 defenders on him. Just Berry couldn't get underneath it. We're here at Homer Bryce. Tomorrow, Stephen F. Austin kicks off their season on this brand new turf. This is brand new, laid not too long ago. You can actually see the dirt that they put underneath the turf fly up here and there. This is the first game ever played on this turf. Jones rolls out, throws it to Berry. Berry's going to make the catch. Good enough for a first down. Tackled at the 28-yard line.
First down, Bulldogs.
Tackle made there by Jontavian McNeil. Not before Berry could pick up the first.
Chapel Hill hurrying up here, gives it to J.K. Davis.
Ooh.
He's trying to, the ball is out, and I think it's still down, and Livingston is going to recover the football at the 22-yard line. So J.K. Davis loses the ball.
It's almost like he should have just went down there and instead of trying to fight for that to get away. And sometimes when you do that, you lose track of that ball and it gets popped out.
So the first turnover of the game gives Livingston great field position. Try to tie this or take the lead.
This is definitely the kind of field position that they like.
Ruiz going to be under center. with Lynn Johnson behind him. Roll out to the right side. And try to make some contact and gain probably about 1 yard.
It's a good job of contained there by the defense. They stayed back on the receivers, and he just didn't have anywhere to go.
Livingston's rolled the pocket out like that quite a bit tonight on their throws. Most of their passing attempts have been on a rollout like the one we just saw.
Yeah, they're not really gonna go out there and drop back to pass any tonight if they don't have to. They're gonna use Ruiz and his wheels and his playmaking ability.
Livingston with the man in motion, fake handoff, and a wide open receiver, and there's going to be a penalty.
Ooh.
And a delay of game.
Ooh, that hurts.
Called on Livingston, so now they're going to be behind the chains.
That was a great play call too. I mean, he was wide open. He was going to pick up the first down easily.
The intended receiver was Willie Fagan. He caught it, but would have had a lot of yardage on that one if he doesn't score. But now going to be 2nd and 14 for Livingston. .9:49 remaining in the first half. Ruiz with a fake handoff. Throws it, very similar play, and a good tackle there on the outside by Drew Harmon.
Tackle made by Drew Harmon.
And now about 3rd and 11. Not the situation that Livingston wants to be in this ball game. Fake handoff, and Ruiz able to get out of it and complete the pass.
Wow.
Fagan is tackled by Samari Willis, but a great play by Ruiz just to not lose about 15 yards on that play and complete the pass.
Amazing.
Brings up another 4th down. Last time they had a little punt here at 4th and 6 in an awkward spot, ball at the 18-yard line. We'll see what head coach Finnish Vanover decides to do with this Livingston offense.
I think they might try Ruiz again, rolling him out, and almost like an option run pass type play.
And I think we're going to get a timeout.
Yep, sure is.
Livingston's going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax liens, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
A big 4th down here early in this ball game. 6-0 our score. Chapel Hill leads Livingston. 8:15 remaining in the first half. And the Chapel Hill band trying to pump up this Bulldog defense. Little speed option to the right side. He's going to pitch it, and it's going to go out of bounds, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. Chapel Hill will take possession at the 15-yard line.
It's a nice stand there for Chapel Hill after turning the ball over deep in their own territory.
Defense doing their job for Chapel Hill, and we'll see if the offense can do theirs. This offense is a high-powered offense. Last week, scored 63 points in their opening win against Greenville. Tonight, a little bit of a struggle offensively. Only put up 6 points so far. Tyler Jones looking, throws it across the middle, and there's Deuce McGregor. McGregor's got the wheels, and he's going to get into the end zone. 10, touchdown, Chapel Hill.
Wow. I was just fixing to say, Logan, before that snap, we haven't seen much of Deuce McGregor. He had 200 yards plus receiving last week, a couple of touchdowns that were called back, and what do you know? He gets the ball and takes it to the house.
So that's going to be an 85-yard touchdown reception from Tyler Jones to Deuce McGregor. And that's how fast this Chapel Hill offense can score. Adolfo Tamayo on for the PAT. And he gets that one. Chapel Hill scores quickly. Scores now 13-0 here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Wooden Bean, your locally owned drive-through coffee shop, is centrally located in Chapel Hill, diagonally across from the high school. Priding themselves in providing exceptional service and amazing drinks. From your standard coffee to lattes to signature cold brews, they have something for everyone. Teas, light fare breakfast, and a Red Bull fizz that would kickstart any morning. If you haven't been out to see them, today is the day. Can't miss them. They're in the blue shipping container, and their baristas are looking forward to fixing up something just for you. Come on in and drive through.
One play, 85-yard touchdown drive for Chapel Hill.
It's kind of what I was talking about earlier, the two different styles. That's more of a Chapel Hill-esque drive. Livingston likes to take their time and chip away at you.
Little squib kick, caught at the 31-yard line, tackled.
Nice tackle.
They're going to say forward progress was at the 31, so that's where Livingston will take over with 7:52 remaining in the first half.
Daniel Waddleton there on the tackle there for Chapel Hill. That last touchdown was sponsored by C&A Lawn Care, Hector Garcia. You need mowing, trimming, landscaping, edging, haul-offs? Call him, 903-714-6075.
So Livingston probably going to want to score here soon because this Chapel Hill offense can score at will. And there's going to be another timeout for Livingston. So last year's game between these two teams, Livingston won their District 10 4A, so had that number one spot and played 9-4A, the final playoff team, which was Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill snuck into the playoffs with a win in the last regular season game to get into the playoffs. And Chapel Hill beat Livingston and went on a little run.
They took advantage of it, is what they did. They took advantage of making the playoffs. One of those, you get in, you got a chance. And the matchup worked for Chapel Hill, and they got them definitely a little run before District foe Lindale knocked them out in the third round.
So this is a little bit of a revenge game for Livingston. When we saw this on the schedule, we knew it was going to be a good game.
I'm sure
because it was a really good game, playoff game. The score 49-37, but it was a close game throughout, back and forth almost every single drive. It was like the teams were scoring. And Livingston trying to get their offense going.
I'm sure they had the game circled on the schedule.
Ruiz rolls out, has a man chasing him, steps back, tries to get rid of it, throws it out of bounds.
Great job of not over-pursuing there by the defense. They contained him, didn't over-pursue and let him get around, forced him to a throw.
Nathan Wells was right there with him. And honestly, a smart play by Damian Ruiz. That's a veteran quarterback right there, just throwing it out. It's first down, throwing it away, live to see another down. Don't lose 10, 12 yards on the play.
I've been very impressed with him so far. I mean, he knows what he can do and what he can't do, and so he doesn't try to force anything. If nothing was there, he just got rid of it instead of trying to do too much.
7:42 remaining in the first half. Ruiz fakes pass, tries to run inside, and he's going to throw it skipped.
Flag.
And there's going to be a flag. I'm sure that it's going to say illegal man downfield because I don't think that was a designed pass play.
I don't think so either.
So I'm sure the linemen were downfield blocking.
It's got to be tough to be a lineman for Ruiz because I'm sure sometimes the play goes awry and he kind of, makes his own play. So I'm sure it's tough because they were just running the play that was designed.
But we'll see what the call is.
Ooh. Crackback block.
Yeah.
15-yarder, that hurts.
Might hurt worse.
Whoever
worse.
Whoever got hit, I didn't see it.
Yeah. This is definitely not the position that Livingston likes to be in. Now going to be 2nd and 25. Ball spotted on the 16-yard line. Pretty decent crowd for Livingston. The fans traveling to Nacogdoches. And a pretty decent size for Chapel Hill faithful. This is handoff to Johnson, and he's going nowhere. Maybe loses a yard. Brack Dyer in on the tackle.
Carry by Lynn Johnson. Stop made by the Bulldogs. Number 44,
Brack
Dyer.
probably going to be the leading tackler for this Chapel Hill team. Had 11 tackles last game, which led the team. He's all over the field, and there makes a great play.
It's almost like there's more than one of him out there sometimes. He has a nose for the ball, and he always seems to be there.
Had a great junior year last year. And new defensive coordinator Craig McFarland was on the staff last year, but now is the defensive coordinator and the linebackers coach. This pass to Fagan in and out of his hands, and now this is definitely a punting situation for Livingston.
Yeah, Fagan had that one. I think it was a matter of he just looked up to run before he had the ball, or looked up to see if he was going to get hit, one of the two. He just didn't have the ball in his hands. I think they might actually line up the punt on this one. This may be the first. I don't think they're going to fake going for it here. I mean, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, that's not the down and distance you want to try to fake.
No, they got the punter out there. This is his first attempt.
Solomon McFoy back to receive. This one almost goes over the head of the punter. Gets the punt off, and a good Livingston bounce.
That's a nice punt.
Good punt. It's going to be down to the Chapel Hill 35-yard line. Eric Vasquez on the punt. And Chapel Hill will take over at the 35-yard line with 6:30 remaining in the first half.
If you're Livingston, you got to be in like, ooh, that was great. Because, I mean, they could have, the punt almost went over the punter's head. Luckily, Chapel Hill wasn't rushing, and then they got off a great punt with a great roll.
Passes back. Tyler Jones airs it out to Tyson Berry, who's just outside of his hands, and if he caught that, he was gone. He had the defender about 3 steps ahead of the defender, and it was just right on the fingertips. And that's one of those one-play scores for the Bulldogs that could have been, but just a little bit on the outstretched hands of Berry.
So close, but so far.
Williams on the carry, gain of 1. Going to bring up 3rd and 9. This Chapel Hill team has 21 juniors on the varsity roster. And it's an experienced junior team. Jones trying to make something happen and gets.
There's just nothing there. Livingston was all over that.
It's pancake down, and that's going to be 4th down. So probably going to be a punting situation here as the clock is still running with 5:35 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, you're speaking of those juniors, a majority of those were on the varsity last year as sophomores. So, again, as much experience as you can have with a junior group. And they weren't just on the team. They were in the game.
So Tyler Jones is the punter as well. So they are lined up in a formation. Tyler Jones is just going to punt it in a decent punt.
Oh, it's going to be a great roll there.
Continue to roll. Down at the 24-yard line. 25 is where they're going to spot it. So with 5 minutes exactly on the clock, Livingston's going to get an opportunity here. So a good stand by the Livingston defense. Last week, this Livingston team put up 45 points in their first week win. Had 293 rushing yards, and a team that doesn't throw a ton actually had 4 passing touchdowns last week. 207 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. And some big gains. Ruiz with the speed option. Going to fake pitching it. Brack Dyer makes contact.
Wow.
And he kind of just bounces off. Didn't wrap up completely. Just bounced off the tackler and
you don't see that very often.
Made it tackled at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Dyer's usually pretty precise on his tackling there. That just shows how talented Ruiz is.
The clock is running, and runner ran out of bounds, so they're trying to determine where the
450 they're going to put back on the clock.
Add about 23 seconds to the clock. Chapel Hill head coach Jeff Reardon down there on the sideline waving, trying to get the clock. He knows 23 seconds. Chapel Hill can score in that quickly, so wants to keep that
one drive. I mean, right now.
Trying to keep that clock going on their side. Reardon in his 3rd season here at the helm for the Bulldogs. 11-13 in his Chapel Hill career. Ruiz swings it outside. 1st down and more. Staying on his feet is Gardner. And a good play there by Julian Gardner. Not for the 1st down. Gardner, a dynamic playmaker. One of the playmakers on this Livingston team. Last week had 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Another speed option on that far side. And this one is going to be gathered up over there for Chapel Hill. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Devin Howland on the tackle for Chapel Hill. Livingston band has arrived over there just in time for halftime. 4:08 and counting remaining in the first half. Livingston's band hadn't quite gotten here at the beginning of the game, but now they're here over there warming up for their halftime performance. Under 4 minutes, Damian Ruiz back to pass.
Ooh.
And no one's there.
Flag man was there. He was the only one in the area.
3:51 on the clock. 3rd and 9. Play clock now at 15 seconds. Now the speed option. Ruiz slips on this new turf. Tries to turn around and reverse field and slips, and that's going to be 4th down.
He was axed, Logan, by the axe.
Yeah,
there.
that's good.
It was right on that brand new axe there.
Loss of 8 on the play. 4th and 17 now. Yeah, SFA got these new logos for their athletic programs.
Looks incredible. Field looks great.
New axe, the new axe in their logo. Looks real nice. And Vasquez back on to punt. McFoy back to receive the punt.
Oh,
Ruiz fake, and this is going to be caught. Good enough for a first down and more.
He's gone.
Cross the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
Wow, what a play call there by Livingston.
Kendrick Williams on the reception. And a great play call. And just like that, Livingston is right back in this thing. 3 minutes remaining.
Little surprised Chapel Hill lined up in a punt formation with a man back because they didn't have the punter on the field.
They did have the punter on the field. They did have the punter, and Damian Ruiz was standing about 5 yards behind the line. It was just a direct snap to
I didn't even see
Ruiz.
The punter. Wow, that makes it even better play call.
Vasquez's extra point is good.
Wow.
3 minutes remaining. Livingston brings it within 6. 13-7 is our score here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty. 214-394-9180.
That's touchdown pass number 5 for Damian Ruiz on the season. And Vasquez going to set up to kick off and is just going to squib kick this one. I say squib kick, gets ball the way back inside the end zone. And the freshman Demetrius Bribson's got to do something with it.
Yeah, he should have took a knee.
Well, if you would have taken a knee, it would have been a safety.
Well, I don't think if he
touched
has
it.
Possession,
He touched it.
I think you have to have possession on a kickoff. I don't know. It's an interesting rule to look up, but from what I was thinking you actually had to have possession, then you step back. Then because he just touched it, he didn't have possession. I don't know.
That's the freshman Demetrius Bribson, backup quarterback. Now Chapel Hill with the ball at the 2-yard line. What a swing in momentum for Livingston. The Livingston fans on the far side getting fired up now. You can hear them. The defense chants are coming. We'll see if Chapel Hill just decides to try to run this, and there's going to be a penalty and
delay of game.
Delay of game.
Ouch. Well,
moves him back a yard, and now ball at the 1.
It's only a yard penalty. But still not one you want to take right here. They're just getting closer and closer to that purple turf.
2:52 remaining in this first half. Jones back to pass, going to throw it.
A good safe route there.
Right there. Whoo!
Man.
Deuce McGregor got some speed on him inside gets across to the 15-yard line. I mean, that was just a little stop route. He ran about 2 yards and stopped right there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with getting the ball in his hands. It's usually something's going to happen in Chapel Hill's favor when he gets the ball.
Jatavian McNeil with the reception. Tyson Berry tiptoes for about a
maybe
loss of one.
Yeah, he lost one.
Out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, we're over here on the home side where Chapel Hill is, and they're kind of quiet right now.
Big swing in momentum.
Yeah.
2:26 remaining. Jones back to pass, steps up, throws it across, and just off the fingertips
It's a tough
of
throw.
Deuce McGregor.
It's a tough throw.
Pass incomplete, intended for McGregor.
Kind of sidearmed it, as he was running away from pressure. Thing is, Deuce almost caught it. Would have been an incredible play if he was able to bring it in.
So now 3rd and 11, trips near side for Chapel Hill. And Tyler Jones is going to go the other way. Throw it up for Solomon McFoy, who can't make the grab.
Jones pass incomplete.
He kind of isolated McFoy, trying to take advantage of a coverage that they liked. Just couldn't get it to him.
And a good defensive stop there by the Livingston defense.
4th down.
Now it's going to be 4th down. Chapel Hill's going to have to punt.
Yeah, if you're Livingston right now, you're liking this. Now they can set up with 2 returners. You got to assume Chapel Hill's probably going to punt this one away, and they're going to have a chance for a return and be inside Chapel Hill territory with 2 minutes to go. And not a very good punt.
Not a great punt. Goes out of bounds. And about the 40-yard line, so Livingston will take over in Chapel Hill territory with 2:06 remaining in this first half and an opportunity to take the lead. There'll be a lot of adjustments for both teams in this halftime locker room.
Yeah, it's not as much offense as I was expecting in this game. And after the outputs they both had in week 1, thought it might be more of a back and forth offensive game, but there's been a lot of defense, and some of it's been just the offense hadn't clicked.
So here comes Ruiz with a touchdown pass on a fake punt on the last possession. Rolls out right, and it's going to be a false start on Livingston. Willie Fagan jumped a little early. And that will put him behind the chains. It's going to be 1st and 15 now. 2:03 remaining in the first half. Got a heavy package over here on the offensive line. Rolls out right. The right-handed Ruiz trying to find a man, throws it, and that almost intercepted off the fingertips of Fagan. Demetrius Bribson was right there. If it had bounced a little bit other way, might have been intercepted.
J.K. Davis had great pressure there on Ruiz.
Fagan trying to make the catch just off the fingertips. Fagan is a big fella. Got a big frame, and probably why he's a big target for this Livingston Lions offense and offensive coordinator Danny Montgomery. And Livingston's going to take their final timeout of this first half, 1:56 remaining. And we'll stay here. Like you said, it hasn't been the offensive show that I think most people would have expected coming into this ball game last year. It was 49-37 the final score. Now, granted, we still have a second half,
Yeah,
we know how second halves can go.
There'll be some adjustments.
There'll be some adjustments, and offenses start clicking a little bit more. But right now, 13-7 ball game. Not what I expected coming into this one. And I don't think not what many people would have expected.
Well, especially after the start. It started slow, but then there for a second it was like boom, boom. Okay, we got some scoring going. I thought it was going to pick up, but just really hasn't. Like I said, maybe it is some of the defense. I think the defenses have played well, but the offense haven't clicked yet. Haven't seen that, those substantial drives that we were expecting.
2nd and 15, ball at the 41-yard line for the Livingston offense. Johnson motions out. Ruiz looking far side, throws it across the middle. This one's batted in the air and incomplete. Solomon McFoy on coverage.
Ruiz pass intended for number 6, Julian Gardner. Broken up by Solomon.
Julian Gardner, the intended receiver, the playmaker. Now, last year, Livingston had a running back that was a dynamic playmaker as well, and he had transferred. Don't know what school he's at, but they lost one of their playmakers at running back this year, but still have the reigning 10-4A Offensive Player of the Year, and here he is trying to get out of trouble. J.K. Davis trying to corral him, and he's still on his feet, and finally the ball comes out, but Livingston's going to fall on it. I think that's Bryce Steigler, the right tackle, falls on the ball for Livingston. And Chapel Hill's going to take a timeout. Now, with 1:24.
He almost got away. I mean, he had 2 Chapel Hill guys. He kind of sidestepped and moved and almost broke through there and was able to do something with it.
This is going to be 4th down and a mile for Livingston. And head coach Jeff Reardon calls a timeout. They're going to put 11 seconds left or back on the clock. So now there's 1:36 remaining in this first half. And I can't imagine that Livingston's going to run a fake punt on this possession.
I was thinking, I was like, we saw it a while ago. Surely they wouldn't do it twice, would they?
This has been kind of a field possession game. I mean, it's just been punts and trying to get good bounces on punts, and it's
going for it on 4th down.
Going for it, yeah. It's been a game of field possession.
Not the game I expected, like we said. I mean, I just didn't expect that. But I think if you're both teams, you want to play some games like this, even though it's not comfortable, because you don't know down the line who you're going to play and that you might have to play this style. So, even though they may not be happy with the way the team's played, it is nice to play some different styles to try to, see how you react in that situation.
So, Vasquez back to punt, and Solomon McFoy back to receive for Chapel Hill. 4th and 28. The hold is good. The punt is also good. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Punt out of bounds at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Chapel Hill.
So Chapel Hill will have 1:29. Try to get down the field with 2 timeouts and try to extend the lead.
That's a long time for this Chapel Hill offense.
They don't need a lot, but they've got to start clicking.
Just haven't gotten in a good rhythm.
That's a little stick route again for Deuce McGregor, and he's hit from behind, but it's good enough for a 1st down. And that's what Deuce McGregor's so good at, stopping and changing direction very quickly.
Yeah, he's very good at the yak yards after catch.
Ball at the 37. Chapel Hill in a hurry-up offense, trying to score before the time runs out in this first half. Same play, just different direction. Tyson Berry now across the 45-yard line, cuts back into the middle, and Tyson Berry's got a chance. We'll see if Fagan can get him. And Tyson Berry on the touchdown reception. 51 seconds remaining in the first half, and Chapel Hill extends the lead.
Talk about Deuce McGregor. Tyson Berry just as dynamic. Hasn't had a lot of plays like that this season, but he is very capable of breaking away any time. So they're going to go for 2 here. Try to get back on the 2 touchdowns ahead.
It's 2. That play looks off the fingertips of Tyler Jones. That play looked awfully similar to that opening play of last game for Chapel Hill.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
But the 2-point conversion is no good. So with 51 seconds remaining, Chapel Hill leads by 12. 19-7 is our score.
I think the main difference was last week Jones was the one that made the throw. This time he was trying to make the catch, which is something he doesn't do a lot of. And it wasn't, it was a little low, but still catchable.
So it was a 63-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Jones to Tyson Berry.
What was the play time on that? It was like 32 seconds. Was it? We were at a minute 23, I think, when we started that drive. So, again, we talked about that not needing much time.
Adolfo Tamayo going to kick off for Chapel Hill. This one's going to be caught right at the 35-yard line and blown up immediately. Isaiah Brooks.
A lot of times they'll call a fair catch on that one, but he sure did not, and he paid the price there.
So still plenty of time, 49 seconds, no timeouts for Livingston, but still some time to score, especially with a dynamic player like Ruiz and Gardner. We'll see what Livingston draws up on this one.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm curious to see if they try anything trickery or something out of the ordinary here, because their normal kind of 5 yards, 6 yards, that's not going to work here with 49 seconds. They're going to need something big.
And a flag on the play. Looks like delay a game, so that's going to put them behind the chains.
That's not going to help them. But I do think anything they do, it's going to run through Ruiz. We know that. He's going to be in the middle of it, whether he's the one running or getting it to somebody else.
I think that's the 3rd delay game penalty it's called tonight. Ruiz just going to drop back to pass. Trying to find a man. And try to get rid of it. Throws it way downfield, and it's out of bounds.
It's caught by the Chapel Hill coach. Not sure which coach that was, but it was a nice grab there on the sideline.
Ruiz pass incomplete. Second down 15.
And that's not like that kind of play right there I was talking about, doing something a little different. That's not something that you normally see Livingston do, with Ruiz, taking the ball and dropping back to pass. Although he did roll out, maybe to be comfortable, he rolled outside like he usually does on runs and regular offensive sets.
Another drop back pass, and he just slings it, and that's broken up. Isaiah Brooks with the nice defensive play.
That was a great play by Brooks. Timed his jump perfectly.
That was intended for Jatavian McNeil.
Now the question
now
is,
it's 3rd and 15, and another interesting situation here for Livingston. What do you do with 33 seconds remaining?
Do you run the ball and make Chapel Hill burn a timeout here? I mean, Chapel Hill has 2 timeouts left. if you throw it again and you give Chapel Hill the ball back with, a little under 30 and 2 timeouts, that might be too much time. So if you make them burn one here.
Johnson's going to be motioned out, and Ruiz is going to try to make something happen with his feet and just tosses it out of bounds, and maybe not what you wanted to do in that situation, because now the clock is stopped with 27 seconds remaining, and it's 4th down.
He just gave Chapel Hill a free timeout. It's basically what happened there, because if he just goes down in bounds there, just takes the sack, a little bit of a loss, the clock continues running, and Reardon and company are going to have to call timeout. It's definitely something maybe in the film room they'll, a good learning tool right there for end of half situations.
And there's another penalty. Is that
the
false start?
Yeah, the guy on the end, he jumped early.
Solomon McFoy back to receive. Vasquez's punt. This is a high punt. And this is going to get a Chapel Hill bounce. And McFoy's going to pick it up. Trying to make something happen.
Oh, somebody got their helmet knocked off. Oh,
and
goodness gracious, another hit.
There's penalties all over the field.
Someone dropped their dirty laundry on the field on that play.
There's multiple penalties. I think Brack Dyer is going to be called with a blindside block. I think there's going to be 2 blindside blocks on this play.
Man, that first one, I think the hit was on number 80, Kendrick Williams, about midfield. His helmet flew about 5 yards, and he's getting up. Thankfully, he's getting up okay. It looks like he's walking off.
Referees are getting together, and we'll hear the call.
There are 2 fouls on receiving. Personal foul, blindside block, number 44. Blindside block, number 50 on receiving. That foul declined. The first down, Chapel Hill.
So 2 blindside blocks for Chapel Hill were called. And so now with 5 seconds, it's a high-powered offense. We'll see what play call
Just takes one.
we have drawn up. Offensive coordinator Johnny Irvin in his 3rd season as offensive coordinator. We'll see what play call they have. And Livingston's in a prevent defense with 3 defensive backs playing about 15 yards.
Okay.
Javen Mayfield's going to throw it up, and that's intercepted. And Livingston's going to take this back.
Ooh, he got stuck.
And that's going to do it for the first half.
Intercepted by number 10, Javion Gardner. Stop made by number 6.
Chapel Hill
Shamar
leads
Willis.
19-7
It's the end of the first half.
at the end of the first half. We'll be back here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax lien, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
Wooden Bean, your locally owned drive-through coffee shop, is centrally located in Chapel Hill, diagonally across from the high school. Priding themselves in providing exceptional service and amazing drinks. From your standard coffee to lattes to signature cold brews, they have something for everyone. Teas, light fare breakfast, and a Red Bull Fizz that would kickstart any morning. If you haven't been out to see them, today is the day. Can't miss them. They're in the blue shipping container, and their baristas are looking forward to fixing up something just for you. Come on in and drive through.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty, 214-394-9180.
Now, taking the field for their halftime performances, the Livingston Royal Brigade and the Emerald Bells. The Emerald Bells under the direction of Kelly Lake. And now, performing their 2021 show, Forged, here is your award-winning Livingston Royal Brigade Marching Band. Drum majors for the band are Jesus Adame, Emily Lewis, and Mia Kulu. This week, the Spirit Award goes to Ian Oxford. Drum majors, are you ready? You may now take the field for your halftime performance. The Royal Brigade is under the direction of Emily Shaw, Jesse Albert, Daniel Munson, and Candace Kozart. The band would like to thank parents, boosters, teachers, administration, and the community for their support. And retroactively introducing your Emerald Bells, Lieutenant All-American Stephanie Salcedo, and your Captain All-American Miss High Kick, Ashley Garrett. Spirit Girl of the Week is Carly Stenson. Dancer of the Week is All-American Cameron Stern. And then the bells are under the direction of Callie Laird.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's halftime festivities. Please give a hand to the Chapel Hill Bulldog Band and Highlighters Drill Team. The Highlighters are led onto the field by their officers. Officers from left to right are Lieutenant Akela Manning, First Lieutenant Lacey Robertson, Lieutenant Erica Valdez, and Lieutenant Ella Bagwell. Social officers are Kinsey Durham, Natalie Ibarra, Ella Northcutt, Ruby Sandoval, and Head Social Officer Brianna Martin. The Highlighters would like to thank the following sponsors: CD Chuck Cowan Attorney at Law, Cable Link Solutions, Caladad Coffee, Cardinal Financial Company, Hillary Bryan, Cascades Tile and Coping, Cecilia Flores, CC's Pizza South Tyler, Classic Toyota of Tyler, CLV Planners, C&M Properties, Cooley Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, Courtney Kluckfer, Ross and Schulmeyer PLLC. Thank you all for your support. And now, watch the Highlighters as they perform a flashy palm routine to Ain't Nothing Wrong With That. We are sending our love and support to our captain, Caroline Ott, who is in Houston competing at the Miss Teen Texas pageant as Miss Teen Tyler. This week's Highlighter of the Week is Ella Walton. Spirit Girl of the Week is Addison Trout. The Highlighters are under the direction of Katie Hewitt and Allison Moranich. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of the best, award-winning Chapel Hill Highlighters. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your continued halftime entertainment, please welcome to the field your Chapel Hill Twirlers and Color Guard. Tonight they will be performing a precision routine to levitate. Let's hear it once again for our color guard and twirlers. The color guard and twirling instructor is Mr. Emmanuel Espinoza. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Chapel Hill High School Bulldog Band. The band is being led onto the field by drum majors Keisha Knight and head drum major Kaya Drawhorn. The band will be performing a pre-UIL drill to Fire Burst Fanfare and the Klaxon March. The Bulldog Band would like to sincerely thank you for your attention this evening. Band directors for the Bulldog Band are Director Yvonne Garcia, Head Middle School Director Jalen Stewart, Director Christy Willis, Director William Ross, and Director of Bands and Fine Arts Coordinator Joe Hewitt.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax liens, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
Wooden Bean, your locally owned drive-through coffee shop, is centrally located in Chapel Hill, diagonally across from the high school. Priding themselves in providing exceptional service and amazing drinks. From your standard coffee to lattes to signature cold brews, they have something for everyone. Teas, light fare breakfast, and a Red Bull fizz that would kickstart any morning. If you haven't been out to see them, today is the day. Can't miss them. They're in the blue shipping container, and their baristas are looking forward to fixing up something just for you. Come on in and drive through.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty, 214-394-9180.
27. Also at halftime, Lindale and Pine Tree tied 15-15. Lucas Lovejoy leads Sulphur Springs 51-0 at the half. Also at halftime, Lufkin 10, Nacogdoches 7. Second quarter, Palace State 34, Jacksonville 0.
Welcome back to Homer Bryce Stadium on a gorgeous Friday night for football. Chapel Hill leads Livingston 19-7 as we get ready for this second half action in this playoff rematch from a season ago. Chapel Hill won that matchup last year 49-37, and they lead now 19-7. In a low-scoring affair so far in the first half. We'll see if the offenses can pick it up here in the second. Offenses just weren't clicking really in that first half for either team. Had some miscues, but nevertheless, we have a good ball game here, and I think that's all we can ask for.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments each coach makes and see which adjustments work and which don't. It's still anyone's game here. Only 12 points separates the two teams.
Yeah, this is some of the fun about sports in general, but high school, seeing the adjustments that are made and seeing the kids make the adjustments from one half to another. And Chapel Hill, I believe, will receive the ball to start the second half, up 12. And we're just waiting. I think there's a couple, I think there's some stuff on the field. Looked like some band cards maybe.
The band's still on the field, Logan, over here.
Band cards on the field.
They got the Chapel Hill band still hasn't exited all the way here. Yeah, the coach is going to try to clear him off. Hey, guys.
So back to receive for Chapel Hill, Jatyron Mumphrey and Alonzo McGregor.
See also Tyson Berry on this near side as well.
Back deep to receive for Chapel Hill.
And Eric Vasquez just got a short kick,
Oh,
and that's going to be caught in the air, and Livingston's going to
Wow.
get the ball to start the second half.
that was a weird-looking kick.
A
Man.
great play there.
Wow.
Julian Gardner just went up and high-pointed the ball. Chapel Hill was not expecting that, and the referees are going to talk about it, but I think that
It looked really strange
it traveled the distance that it needed to travel, and
because it got past the 50. I mean, that's all it needed.
And the Chapel Hill defense is going to come on. So a great play by
Man.
Julian Gardner just to go up and high point the ball. And what a call.
I'll say one thing about this Livingston coaching staff. They've made some like really risky but really rewarding calls.
Bring back the Saints coming out of the halftime at the Super Bowl and putting an onside kick on the Colts when they won that Super Bowl. I guess it's been over a decade ago. This is Damian Ruiz and gains about 2 yards. Had a quarterback draw about 3 times.
Ruiz
Just like
with the
that,
carry.
a couple of yards.
Stop made by LaDainian Mosley.
Now put some life into this Livingston team coming out this second half. Ball on the 44-yard line.
This is
Already in Chapel Hill territory.
It's an important drive. I think it's going to tell the tale here. Can Livingston take advantage of this momentum, and then can Chapel Hill stop the bleeding? We'll see which one wins out here on this drive.
Quick pass is caught. Fagan, good enough for the first down. The big target seems to be Damian Ruiz's favorite target of the night, is thrown his way quite often.
Brought down there by Samari Willis, Chapel Hill.
The Livingston receiver, I believe, is 6'4". I guess he's more of a tight end, playing in a tight end position. But a big body, and has been a big target for Ruiz tonight. This time, Ruiz is in the gun. Going to run outside, trying to hit the corner, and Chapel Hill swarms to the football. And a lot of Bulldogs on the tackle there. It was Daniel Waddington and Isaiah Brooks there on the stop. There's going to be an official timeout injury. And see who that is. And that's going to be Damian Ruiz.
Ooh.
So the starting quarterback for Livingston is now out. I don't know what happened, but it looks like Julian Gardner is going to come over from. No, there's going to actually be a new quarterback in it. So Jatavian McNeil going to line up for Livingston at quarterback. Speed option, far side, pitches it, and it is taken away by Isaiah Brooks.
Wow, it was a backwards
Read
pass.
that like a book.
Wow.
And Isaiah Brooks did exactly what he needed to do and just took the ball.
Man.
I mean, was right there. Just kind of grabbed it in midair. So McNeil on his first play at quarterback.
It's not the way he wanted to start there.
I guess that's an interception, a fumble. I'm not sure.
I think it's a fumble because
what's
it was
that?
a backwards pass. It
Just
was
throws it straight to him.
So it'd basically be like he pitched it backwards and it was on the ground and Brooks got it. So I'm thinking it's a fumble.
And now an interesting formation for Chapel Hill. Got 3 wide receivers stacked. And Tyler Jones has a man caught. Samari Willis, touchdown, Chapel Hill.
What a 2-play stretch right there.
60-yard touchdown from Tyler Jones. to Samari Willis. And a little misdirection there. Had 3 wide receivers stacked, and they haven't seen that formation. I think the Livingston defense was a little confused. Samari Willis just ran right down the seam.
Yeah, he ran just like a receiver there. The usual running back, Willis, looked like he wasn't out of place at all in that run. It's a great route.
And it's up and good. Adolfo Tamayo adds the PAT. 26-7 now our score with 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. You're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Chapel Hill offense, 1 play, 60-yard touchdown. And Tamayo's kick is caught right at the 30, and he's hit.
Big hit.
Big hit. Drew Harmon there at the big hit.
That last touchdown was sponsored by CNA Lawn Care. Hector Garcia, give him a call. 903-714-6075.
And I think it's still going to be McNeil at quarterback. Damian Ruiz is still getting work done on the sideline. He is walking around, so that's a good sign. They were kind of massaging his right calf.
Did we get somebody different out there now? No? Can't tell.
And that's going to be a false start. And, yeah, it's still Jatavian McNeil, and there's some frustration from this Livingston team right now. But McNeil's still under center. And McNeil has shown tonight, too, that he can make some plays. He's made some plays as a receiver.
Well, you got to wonder here, because on this roster that we have, there's nobody else listed as quarterback. So, I mean, he probably doesn't get a whole lot of practice.
Hand off to Johnson, and a whole pack of Bulldogs take him down.
Johnson on the carry, met in the hole by Ladanian Mosley.
And you really hope that Ruiz is okay, because you hate to see that with anyone getting injured like that, especially this early in the season.
.9:30 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Livingston team getting their call from head coach Phineas Vanover. Fake handoff. McNeil's first pass attempt downfield to Fagan.
Oh, great.
Good defensive play there by Isaiah Brooks.
Man. That's excellent defense.
Incomplete. Pretty good pass, though, from McNeil.
Yeah, it had a spiral. I mean, it was there. It was just the defense made a better play.
3rd and 14 now for Livingston.
It does show that he can throw the ball if needed, so that's a good sign for Livingston, because that was, like I said, that you could have told me he started the game and I'd have been like, okay, because that was a good throw. I mean, it was right on the money.
See what kind of play call Livingston decides to and McNeil throw back, and Johnson's wide open. And a good tackle there by Demetrius Bripson, but it's going to be good enough for a first down. So a good play call and good execution from this Livingston offense, and able to get the first down. Gain of about 17.
Yeah, that was a great call. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him. And if he hadn't have got hit right there, he might have gone the distance. He had a lot of room.
This is going to be a handoff, and bouncing off a couple tacklers is the running back. Gets to the 50-yard line.
Braden White with the carry.
Braden White, his first carry of the night.
Really hadn't seen a lot of running back carries tonight. It's been mostly Ruiz making plays with his legs and then distributing the ball to his playmakers.
Last week, the Livingston running backs only combined for 13 carries. A lot of the carries, of course, coming from Damian Ruiz, who is still on the sideline right now. White trying to find some room, kind of squeaks in for a gain of 1.
I guess when you have somebody that dynamic as Ruiz, why give the ball to anyone else?
White on the carry.
And a lot of their offense is based off that quarterback run game, the speed options, the misdirections with the quarterback run game.
And this is one of those things we talked about, adjustments at half. This is probably one that Livingston was not prepared to make.
3rd and 2, so still 3rd and manageable here for Livingston, especially with this offense trying to just gain a couple yards to move the chains. White going nowhere. Initial contact there. I think that was number 51 for Chapel Hill. Nathaniel Ruiz, I believe, made the initial contact.
It was a great surge, though, from the big boys up front in defense for Chapel Hill. They were almost in the backfield before the running back even got the ball.
Loss of 4, and the offense is going to stay out. We'll see if McNeil just decides to punt this away.
I would expect a pooch kick.
And there it is, and it's not a great kick. And J.K. Davis could pick it up. Brack Dyer's gonna pick it up.
I love it.
He tried to make something happen.
He's like, hey, if y'all are going to pick that up, I'm going to take it.
The 2 running backs on the team, Samari Willis and J.K. Davis, just looked at it. Brack Dyer said, hey, I don't get the chance to touch the ball much. I'm going to try to make something happen, but he's tackled at the 48-yard line. So the Chapel Hill offense will take over.
I love it.
With 6:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, that's something in the film room they're going to get a kick out of right there.
Up 19 right now.
You got to love to see the guys that don't get to touch the ball very much get to touch it.
Yeah, you know, those offensive and defensive linemen, they don't really touch the football much.
If they do, it's usually not a good
Tyler
thing.
Jones, a ton of players, and it's Austin Watkins with his first catch of the game, making a big play to the 30-yard line. Watkins, his 3rd reception of the year.
Reception made by Aston Watkins.
Goes for a nice gain.
Stopped by Jontavian McNeil.
Yeah, Watkins is one of those guys, if you can get him going, he can be a big difference maker, being with that tall 6'5" frame.
Gain of 18. Jones back to pass. They're going to try to set up another screen. Jones going to try to make something happen with his feet. Cuts up field.
Nice move.
Tyler Jones. Good enough for a first down. Gain of 14 on the play. 15.
Keeper by Tyler Jones.
It's a great move by the junior quarterback there. Was able to avoid the initial rush, and nothing was open downfield, so just took it himself.
It'll be interesting to see because Jatavian McNeil, who's the quarterback now for Livingston, played defense, and he was trying to – they sub him off the field, I guess, trying to give him a break because he's going to have to play quarterback.
Yeah, he's
trying to –
he's got to be winded.
Monitor his reps defensively right now. 2nd and 9 now for Chapel Hill with 5:17 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Jones out to pass, and that's in and out of the hands of Solomon McFoy.
He's going to want that one back.
He was open and one-on-one on that far side. Couldn't make the catch. That's Jacob St. Martin on the defense play for Livingston.
It's like Chapel Hill's almost in 4-down territory here, so be interested to see what they run here.
Watkins going to get it. Throw
Whoa.
back to Tyler Jones. It was just behind him.
Well,
Watkins was getting hit as he threw. And that's the fourth different player that's tried to attempted a pass for Chapel Hill.
yeah, you had Watkins, Mayfield, Jones, of
McGregor,
course.
and
wow, yeah.
Jones. That's a fourth different player that has attempted a pass for Chapel Hill, and it's 4th and 9 now.
Watkins basically threw it before Jones even turned around. It was lucky that it wasn't intercepted.
Jones 4th down. Good block there. And Jones trying to find something. Throws it to the end zone, and it is dropped in and out of the hands.
Man. Can't tell who that was that dropped that over there. Is that Deuce?
I think it might be Solomon. Nope, Tyson Berry.
Tyson Berry, okay. There was nothing there, and Jones made a great play to get outside and had Berry there. Just that's 2 drops on that possession that were for sure catches normally with those guys, but Livingston made the stop and getting their chance here to see what they can do.
4:40
It's like
in the ball game, or in the third quarter.
still gonna be McNeil. Looks like he's getting the order from the coach.
And McNeil's still out there. Ruiz did just pick up his helmet.
He's still limping pretty gingerly.
We'll see if that was just picking up his helmet or if he's going to come in anytime soon. Handoff goes nowhere.
Balls.
And it's going to be down. He was
Okay.
down before the ball
Okay.
came out.
Okay.
And Lynn Johnson on the carry for Livingston.
Johnson on the carry. Spell made by Howell. Second down and 10.
2nd and 10, ball on the 14. McNeil, hand off again to Johnson, and again the Bulldogs are all over him. Loss of 1.
Johnson to go to carry Nathan Wells there for Chapel Hill. 3rd down.
Say Nathan Wells on the stop.
Third and 11 now for the Lions. Trying to make something happen. It's been a rough going offensively for them in this ball game. The 1 touchdown off of a fake punt in the first half. McNeil's going to back to pass, looking around. Wells.
Got a hold of him in the end zone.
And he gets it away.
I don't know what that really was. Is that?
And there's a flag on the play.
Is that going to be grounding in the end zone?
We'll see what the call is.
He didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage. I know that. But
Yeah, the line judge on this near side was the one who threw the flag. Try to get rid of it, and there's intentional grounding.
It's going to be a safety. Is it not? I say loss of down, but are they going to give him credit for being?
We'll see where they spot the ball.
Well, they gave him 2 points on the board, so maybe did they give him the safety? Looks like they did.
Yeah, it looks like they gave him the safety. The referee didn't give the safety signal.
No, he said loss of down, but maybe he meant to do the safety signal.
Well, now on the scoreboard it says 28-7, so that 2-point conversion that Chapel Hill didn't get earlier, it's on the board now.
They got it back, yep.
And they'll get the ball back.
That was another good pressure there by Wells. 2 plays in a row, Wells stepped up. Not normally a starter. I know talked with Coach McFarland, the defensive coordinator, this week, and he said he's liking the mixing in for the first and second team guys throughout the game to give these other guys some rest. So you're seeing that right there with Wells and Brisbane coming in and linebacker, kind of giving the other guys a breather.
So Chapel Hill will get the ball. Anytime your defense can get points, it's a good game.
I think they might want to turn around and maybe just be prepared for something fluky again here. I mean, you can't ever tell with Livingston tonight. They've gone for a fake punt for a touchdown, and then of course the opening kickoff for this half onside kick. So.
And where you kick the ball from when you have a safety, the 20-yard line. I mean, Chapel Hill is going to get the ball in pretty good field position. Deuce McGregor fields the kick and has a wide open lane and is tripped up.
Man, great tackle there.
Great play there by Jacob St. Martin. Open field tackle.
I mean,
saved a lot of yards.
Yeah, I mean, if you could have said, okay, I'm going to kick it to Deuce McGregor and I'm going to tackle him at the, 40-yard line, they'd have been like, okay, we'll take it. I mean, that was an incredible play because he had a lot of space.
So a good play there by the special teams of Livingston. And we'll see what Chapel Hill draws up on this offensive possession. Been able to move the ball pretty efficiently here in the second half. 2:58 remaining in the third quarter. This is a handoff and a good piece of running there.
That's Williams, I believe.
Yeah, DJ Williams there with the run. A good piece of running. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 now. Williams again with a shifty move, gain of 1, but could have lost a couple, but made a nice cut. That'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Williams has got that Darren Sproles body build. Very small, shifty, can kind of hide behind his linemen and almost be where the defense can't see him.
Tyler Jones, quick pass is incomplete. They're going to say it hit the ground before it was corralled over there by Deuce McGregor. And that little play right there with just a little 3-yard stick, and that scored 2 touchdowns today.
I know.
Or it's at least scored 1 on the Tyson Berry one.
Yeah, that's the thing. If one of those guys gets it, it's it can be very dangerous. We'll see what they call here, if they're really going to go for it, or it's like they will.
And Williams wide open.
Oh, great
caught
throw. Nice.
First down. Snuck out of the backfield was DJ Williams, and he was wide open in the middle of the field. Good enough for a first down.
I like the way Tyler Jones set his feet there. He got outside the pocket, then he set his feet, knew he had Williams, threw a dart to him. He was wide open. Great play call on 4th down.
.130 left in the third quarter as the clock's ticking down here in Nacogdoches. Tyler Jones with a couple of shifty moves. Throws it downfield, a little wobbler, and that one's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man.
Javen Gardner, he's going to want that one back.
He sure is. I think it was almost so wobbly, it was tough to catch.
Yeah. I mean, Deuce McGregor was wide open, headed towards the end zone, but just a little wobbly pass after a great move to evade the rush. But Gardner couldn't come up with it. Yeah, he's going to want that one back. Yeah, 2nd and 10 now.
Jones was in like a straitjacket there. I don't know how he got out of that.
Little screen pass set up for Samari Willis.
Oh, nice break.
High step and rolls, and they're going to mark him about 2 yards short of the line to gain.
He just got his ankles clipped.
Yeah, at the 35-yard line.
Couldn't quite stay on his feet, though. Nice play there by Willis to kind of dive forward for a couple extra yards there after he lost his balance.
Clock's ticking. 40 seconds remaining in the third. Third and a couple. Up the middle is Kevin Brooks, and he's going to be about a yard short, half yard short of the first down.
Let's see if they'll snap it here.
See if they'll get one more play call in the third quarter as we have 15 seconds remaining. And Coach Reardon's putting in the signal.
See if they actually snap it, or if
I don't think they're going to have the time. 4 seconds. One.
Nope. Didn't get it off. Well,
they're going to count it, but the fourth down is going to be a stop. So
the clock didn't. It looked like
the referees didn't call it. I mean, the clock could hit 0.
I think the clock should have already been out. I don't know. If
The clock hit 0, and the referees hadn't called it, and so they ran the play.
Let's see.
But it was short of the line to gain, so it looks like as of this moment it's going to be turnover on down, so Livingston will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. 28-7, our score. Chapel Hill leads Livingston here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Fourth quarter here in the Piney Woods of Nacogdoches at Homer Bryce Stadium and the Jimmy W. Murphy Field. Newly constructed. This handoff going to be a gain of a couple, and McNeil still in at quarterback. And we'll see if Ruiz comes back, even if they say he can. We'll see if they want to risk it.
I don't know that you do
at this point.
I mean, as important as this game is, they've got a lot of games left, and someone as talented as Ruiz, risking him and getting him more injured at this point, I mean, I don't know that you do it.
And giving McNeil some playing time in a varsity game is probably just as important. McNeil going to keep it, kind of sneaks in, and a good play there. Davion Ross made the initial contact. And
Chapel Hill
I think Nathan Wells came in and cleaned it up.
Yeah, they continue.
3rd and 8.
To shuffle in defensive guys, just in and out, getting a lot of guys minutes and playing time, which is very important because, especially with an offense like Livingston, which they're just running over and over and over the same plays. Long drives, so you need to have extra legs.
Pass is going to be complete over here to Gardner. He tiptoes, and Gardner, 10-5, touchdown Livingston.
Wow.
McNeil with a nice throw. Gardner able to evade a tackle. And Livingston said, hold on a minute. We still got a ball game here.
Yeah.
Make it a 2-score game.
Just shows how big tackling is there. That's a wrap-up tackle right there that Chapel Hill missed and didn't make it. I think the defender thought he forced him out of bounds and kind of gave up on the play. And Livingston's like, no, I'm not out. I'm going to keep running until they blow the whistle. And
it looks like they're lining up to go for 2, and there's going to be a penalty. False start. already.
Wow.
A false start on Livingston, so we'll see if that changes things.
I'm not sure why we go for 2 here. The math says you would continue to go for 1. I don't know if maybe they just don't trust their kicker right now, or they're still going to go for it. So
another penalty on the play. McNeil trying to find the pylon.
I think
he's going to be out of bounds about the 1. We'll see what the penalty marker's for. So a penalty will put the ball now at the 3-yard line. So right back to where we started.
We'll try that again. I guess looks like they're still going to send the offense out for the 2-point conversion.
In these games, you might want to just try some of these plays. Try them out, see what happens. Something you can have on film that you might need later on. And that could be the situation here, just trying to work on your 2-point conversion packages. McNeil's going to just try to bull rush his way in, and he gets in. So 2-point conversion is successful for Livingston, and they've made it a ball game. Now down 13, 28-15. 10:23 remaining in the ball game. Here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax lien, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
Tyson Berry, Deuce McGregor back for Chapel Hill. Eric Vasquez is going to kick off for Livingston. And we'll see, they've been just doing kind of little pooch kicks to about the 30, and this one's going to be a little bit deeper. Caught it around the 11-yard line. Deuce McGregor kind of slips a little bit.
Well, that powdery dirt came up like you mentioned earlier on that one.
Gets across to the 31-yard line, and that's where Chapel Hill will set up for their next offensive possession.
For Chapel Hill, you can't put on the cruise control out here. You've got to continue to attack and try to score, because the closer this game gets, the better Livingston has a chance even with their slower pace offense. So if you can make them be out of sorts as far as speeding up, then you got a better chance.
And nowhere to go. The screen. They set up the screen. Nobody was blocked, and that's a huge loss on the play.
Yeah, Tyler Jones.
Bunch of Lions there on the tackle, and
even as squirmy as he is getting out of that, he wasn't getting out of that one.
Loss of 15. Whew. 2nd and 25. Now, I know you don't like to be in this situation, but Chapel Hill has plenty of plays that you can get 25 yards at a time.
That's not a problem. The momentum has shifted, and right now Chapel Hill needs something to turn that.
The Livingston band on the other side pumping it up, and Coach Reardon's going to take a timeout. I think the play clock was about to expire and took a timeout to avoid having 5 more yards taken off. So a big possession right now, 2nd and 25. And like you said, Brett, the momentum is starting to shift just a little bit, getting a stop and getting a score. And now Chapel Hill behind the chains. Not in the best situation. for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is probably a good timeout for Coach Reardon. Maybe get the guys settled down here. You know, kind of kill some of the momentum. Because all they need is one play. We've seen it numerous times this season. It just takes one touch from the right person, and they're gone. So we'll see what they call here.
All right, here's the 2nd and 25 play. Deuce McGregor in motion. Throw up to Solomon McFoy.
Oh, is he
and there's going to be pass interference called.
Yeah, that's going to be on Jacob St. Martin there. He was going to get beat there because he was turned toward the receiver. He couldn't see the ball, so he just kind of tackled McFoy there.
You know, that's always the frustrating part about being a corner is if something happens like that and the quarterback in that situation underthrows it, there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, the good thing is in high school you don't get that whole yard. You only get the 15-yarder, unlike in college and NFL where you get the spot foul, which I really think they should change that.
They have to.
I mean, because right there you just tackle him. Okay, we'll give him 15 yards. I like the penalty spot rule in college and NFL. I really do.
So 1st and 10 now at the 30. Tyler Jones rolls out, has Deuce McGregor wide open and across the middle, caught at the 40-yard line. Deuce McGregor tackled inside Livingston territory. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is called for, but
it's back by
Tyler Jones is getting up a little slow. We'll see if that's a roughing the passer.
Yeah.
And it is. So add 15 yards to that. And now Chapel Hill knocking on the door of the red zone.
Well, that timeout by Coach Reardon looks like it's paid off. Kind of swung the tide a little bit. Chapel Hill's band's now up. Fans are getting a little bit back into the game here.
So 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Chapel Hill at the 23-yard line. Handoff goes to Willis up the middle. And a good tackle there made by Xavier Mendola
Willis with the carry.
for Livingston. A good tackle there. Gain of 1. Jones back to pass. All sorts of Livingston players around him. And Austin Watkins with the catch.
Nice move by Watkins.
Watkins going to get in the end zone.
My. The big man with a great move. Not normally known for his yak yardage, but right there he pulled a Deuce McGregor and was able to get by the defender.
So Chapel Hill in a great possession. Started off not on a great note with that sack, but they score. And trying to go up 20, pinning the PAT. Adolfo Tamayo's point after is up. And good. 35-15, 8:18 remaining. Here in Nacogdoches, you're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Wooden Bean, your locally owned drive-through coffee shop, is centrally located in Chapel Hill, diagonally across from the high school. Priding themselves in providing exceptional service and amazing drinks. From your standard coffee to lattes to signature cold brews, they have something for everyone. Teas, light fare breakfast, and a Red Bull fizz that would kickstart any morning. If you haven't been out to see them, today is the day. Can't miss them. They're in the blue shipping container, and their baristas are looking forward to fixing up something just for you. Come on in and drive through.
Tyler Jones's 4th passing touchdown of the night extends the lead to 20. 35-15 now the score. It's Austin Watkins' first touchdown of the year. Tamayo is going to kick off for Chapel Hill. Gardner catches it about the 19-yard line, runs into a defender, and is tackled around the 29.
Pretty good coverage there from the Bulldogs.
So Chapel Hill in District 9 4A. Couple scores from 9 4A. Number 7 Kilgore right now leads Hallsville 35-21. Pine Tree leads Lindale 29-28. Palestine over Jacksonville 44-14. Number 2 Gilmer right now all over Henderson 43-14. And Athens up 33-7. And it looks like that score is final over against Waxahachie Life. And Maybank with a 48-6 win over Kemp. That's District 9 4A. Johnson gets across for a couple of yards. We'll take a look at some of the scores from District 10 4A, which Livingston is in, and they last year won that district. It's been Livingston and Huffman Hargrave for a majority of the last couple of years, those two battling it out for who would win. Looks like Vider wins 24-7. And I apologize, it just says non-UIL opponent, so I'm not sure who they played. Good tackle there. Nathan Wells makes a stop gain of 1. Lumberton beat Boona 42-6, and Huffman Hargrave with a 49-0 win tonight. And 7:05 remaining here in Nacogdoches. McNeil, fake handoff, just tosses it to Fagan, and it goes right underneath his arms, incomplete.
Willie Fagan, the intended receiver, incomplete. Fourth down and 6.
It's like they're going to bring out the punt unit. You can tell that Chapel Hill's now kind of forced Livingston again into a unfamiliar, I guess, offensive game plan here. They're not used to having to try to get in a hurry. Only 6:43 left and down 20. They got to do something. Oh, here goes another fake punt.
McNeil has nowhere to go. Bulldogs all over, and it's almost intercepted by Drew Harmon.
It's actually good.
But it's probably a good thing. You know, in that situation, I'm sure Drew Harmon's not thinking about it being fourth down. He's like, oh, I'm going to try to get me an interception.
Yeah, it actually helped him get about 30 yards, or the offense 30 yards closer. Chapel Hill's going to take over.
Great field position for another score.
Yeah,
I know that Chapel Hill,
they're licking their chops right now, trying to put a dagger in Livingston here with 6:35 left. Still got the starters out there.
Deuce McGregor in motion. Tyler Jones going to throw it up to Solomon McFoy. This time can't track it over his left shoulder.
That's McFoy's second touchdown pass drop to the night. He's going to really be upset with himself when he sees the film and sees those.
And that's the second time that play's been ran, just isolating Solomon McFoy over here. Both times incomplete. And that's going to be 6:29 remaining. Jones, nice tap block there by J.K. Davis, throws it downfield, and Tyson Berry tried to high point it, but great coverage there by Chevy Peters for Livingston. That was a great defensive play.
Yeah, that's a tough throw. Berry is He's not one you normally would throw a jump ball up to. He's got some hops, but he's only, what, 5'5" maybe. He's not real tall, so that's a tough play. Good effort there by Barry.
So 3rd and 10. Chapel Hill got the ball this possession on the 33 and haven't gained a yard yet. Jones steps up, evades the rush, tries to evade some more, and great pursuit by that Livingston defense. Connor Starr not giving up on the play, came back after he missed Jones on the first time, came back and got him the second time. So now it's 4th down. And I would assume here they're probably going to punt.
Yeah,
try to pin them back, but we'll see.
There's really, I wouldn't see any use of trying to go for it here. At this point in the game, make Livingston try to drive the whole field. I would think that would be a smart move here.
We'll see. Tyler Jones, didn't seem like he was in the pocket. J.K. Davis caught in another great play defensively by Livingston. Landon Leggett on a great play, recognized the screen, was all over J.K. Davis on that one, and Chapel Hill turns it over on possession, or on downs, and now Livingston's going to get the ball at the midfield with 5:30 remaining.
That was not something I was expecting. I just, Livingston now, you shorten the field for them. You've made it easier for them to get down here on this end. And with the backup quarterback in, that's just giving them a better, basically a better chance of scoring here. I mean, 50 yards versus if they punt, making them run 70, 75 yards. We'll see what it does here, but interesting call.
And Livingston going to make a play. Brandon White, the first down. Good run there. And clock will stop while they move the chains, but now it's running, and it's 5:16 remaining in the game. Clock running. Tomorrow night, right back here at Homer Bryce Stadium, Stephen F. Austin opens up their season against Tarleton. McNeil with a fake handoff. McNeil has some room. McNeil going to just run out of bounds. Gain quite a couple there with about a 7-yard gain on the play. So gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
Yeah, McNeil's done a great job of coming in unexpectedly, having to play quarterback tonight. They started off a little sluggish there, first couple of possessions, but he's done well. I mean, he's done what he needed to do to fill in a big hole. I mean, Ruiz is a huge part of this offense that they're missing right now. And, he's done an admirable job, we'll say.
Clock stopped at 4:52. 2nd and 4 now for Livingston. They're in a little throwback over there to White, and Chapel Hill was not fooled. They actually lost a yard. Good recognition there by the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, they were waiting on that one. It was a good play defensively there.
Third and 5 now. McNeil in the gun. Fagan motioning over and putting his hand in the turf. McNeil just going to sprint out to the left side, find a hole. His helmet comes off.
Man, what a hit.
And he gets the first down.
I think that was Wells again on that hit. Yeah, Nathan Wells.
A good play there, and this will be interesting.
Now,
I think Livingston takes a timeout, so he doesn't have to come off for a play.
Do they blow the play dead whenever the helmet comes off too? Is that the?
Might be, because I think they're marking him short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th down.
I think that's a new rule. I didn't know if it was a high school or just college. I think they've changed that where if the helmet comes off.
But they're going to have to, if I'm right, I thought McNeil's going to have to come off for a play unless they burned a timeout.
Yeah, usually you do if the helmet comes off.
But McNeil's getting back in the huddle. McNeil's in the huddle, and they're going to let it go. McNeil gets the first down.
Looks like.
And the referee's going to come over because Coach Reardon's asking him why he didn't have to get off the field. Because there wasn't a timeout called.
No, they stopped.
But that's a first down for Livingston.
He's not too happy down there.
.332 remaining. And this is a situation for Livingston. You're not in the... Now you're playing against Chapel Hill and the clock with 3:30 remaining. McNeil rolls out. Fagan in between his hands. Incomplete. So a 3:27 remaining, down 20s. You're going to have to make something happen.
Yeah, their offense is not really designed to come back from behind like this. Now, if it was flipped on the other side, you'd say Chapel Hill was more apt to be able to do that. It's not that they don't have the weapons. It's just their offensive scheme is not really. It's more to be a methodical drives, chipping away yards and yards and time running off. So they're going to have to find some plays that they can get catches and get out of bounds, or get some runs and get out of bounds and stop the clock. So if you're Chapel Hill here, you try to keep everything inside the boundaries.
And Livingston is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 35-15. It's our score, 3:27 remaining. You're watching Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty. 214-394-9180.
Second and 10 for Livingston. McNeil rolls out right side, trying to find someone to throw it to, just tosses it, and some miscommunication. Two players were going for the ball, and it fell to the ground. There were two players there, Lynn Johnson and Michael Hill, both kind of reaching for the ball at the same time, and it ends up incomplete. 3rd and 10 now.
Yeah, they both kind of halfway went after it. And then I think last minute the other one thought the other one was going to catch it, and then they just hit the ground. It's a tough break for Livingston because they were both open. Neither one of them could come down with a catch.
Third and 10. Another rollout to this right side, and that's going to be incomplete. Gardner couldn't come up with it. Now it's going to be 4th and 10 for Livingston. Up next for Livingston is at Orangefield next week. 7:30 kickoff for the Lions. And then they'll be at Diboll, so they won't be at home until September 24th when they take on Madisonville. So they got a a little while on the road. And Livingston's going to take another timeout. Next up for Chapel Hill next week at Hallsville. In a big game. Going to be at Hallsville, and then on the 17th they'll play Center.
And Kilgore right now is beating Hallsville 42-27 in the fourth quarter. So Hallsville's basically playing our district these first 3 weeks. He had Henderson last week, Kilgore, and then Chapel Hill.
Not a lot of driving for him, I guess. It's a good thing.
No, but it's a pretty tough schedule. Let's just schedule the District of Doom. They'll be battle tested, I guess.
If memory serves me correctly, Hallsville's got a new head coach this year.
We have a lot of opponents this year with first-year head coaches. We have Kilgore, Henderson, and Hallsville.
And Eric Vasquez is going to come out here for a field goal. This one's going to be a long one. And it's going to be a fake. Vasquez throws it deep to the end zone and incomplete. Fagan looking for the penalty flag, but there's none thrown.
They're working on all kinds of stuff tonight. The fake field goal, the fake punt a couple times.
Good play there. Solomon McFoy and Samari Willis both recognized that, and we're able to come up with the play defensively.
See, looks like maybe some backups coming in. Is that Brisbane coming in at quarterback? Looks like
so the freshman's going to come in at quarterback. Got some playing time last week. Went 4 for 4 with a touchdown pass in his varsity debut.
Led the team in rushing.
So now here with 3:05, the backup quarterback's going to come in, and this play is swallowed by this Livingston defense. Tyron Mumphrey on the carry. Yeah, Bribson 4 for 4 with 38 yards and a touchdown last week. The touchdown on a little shovel pass was like a 2-yard shovel pass in front of him to Tyson Berry.
I believe he had about 60-something yards on the ground, too. So it's a very impressive first varsity
Bribson, here's his running, and good tackle on the outside. Chevy Peters with a nice form tackle for Livingston. Bring up third down now. About to hit the 2-minute mark. Chapel Hill came into this game ranked number 9 by Dave Campbell's Texas Football. In front of them, Kilgore in the district. Demetrius Bribson gets smacked. Incomplete. His first incompletion. Pass intended for Javen Mayfield. And the punt unit's going to come out with 1:30.
He was just lucky to get that thing off. He got the wood laid on him by number 34, Landon Leggett.
Looks like Bribson's also the backup punter.
Well, all right then. Maybe if it's a requirement at Chapel Hill, if you play quarterback, you also punt. It does open up a lot of interesting plays in the playbook, as Livingston did earlier.
Bribson.
Oh, well.
Mishandles it, and they'll see where they mark him. They're going to mark him just short of the first down, so turnover on downs. And Livingston will get the ball back with 1:23 remaining.
He almost made that.
Over the line to gain, first and 10.
Great tackle there by Livingston.
So with Livingston losing Damian Ruiz early in the third quarter, it's been a struggle offensively.
They've shown some spurts.
Had the touchdown.
They've had a few spurts
in this second half, but
just nothing consistent, I guess.
McNeil left side. Nice gain there on first down.
McNeil with the carry.
Now we're at a minute remaining in the game.
Not sure of what the exact injury was. We hope he's okay and able to get back out there, though, because he's a superb talent. And there's also a chance that these teams could meet later on with the way the bracket lines up. So
35 seconds. McNeil tosses it. Pitches pretty early. Guillermo Gavana on the carry. Ball was out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 27 seconds remaining. So Chapel Hill will move to 2-0 on the year.
Guillermo Gavana with the carry for the line.
And Livingston will fall to 1-1. Not the offensive showing that we were expecting after last year's playoff game. But still a pretty entertaining game. Both offenses kind of struggled to get going in the first half, but it's been an entertaining ball game. McNeil looks like 4 verticals and overthrows his receiver, Javen Mayfield, on the coverage. Intended receiver, Julian Gardner. .21 seconds remaining, 4th and 7. So head coach Jeff Reardon will move to 12-13 during his time here at Chapel Hill. Moving oh so close to a 500 record here.
Well, it's tough because you get that schedule they had the first season. He didn't pick that schedule. Let me just say.
Play the number 1 team in the state. Play the number 2 team in the state, I believe.
Pleasant Grove, Carthage, and Argyle.
Yeah, not a great schedule to have your first year as a head coach.
I mean, if you want to be battle tested or just beat up, I guess
that's one way to do it. But last year had a up and down season. Had a good start to the season. Had a little bit of struggles in the middle of the season, was able to pull away with that 4th place finish in District 10 and meet Livingston in the first round. And it looks like they'll just take a knee here to end the ball game. And that's going to do it. So Chapel Hill will move to 2-0 with a 35-15 win over Livingston. Tyler Jones with 4 touchdown passes on the night, has 7 on the year. And Chapel Hill moved to 2-0. Livingston 1-1 on the year. Like I said, Livingston will be at Orange Field next week. Chapel Hill will travel to Hallsville.
We'd like to thank all our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. All the touchdowns tonight were sponsored by CNA Lawn Care with Hector Garcia, tree trimming, mowing, landscaping, edging, haul-offs, and more. 903-714-6075. We also have IPS Income Portfolio Strategies with Miss Higgins. We have Ebenezer Church, Wooden Bean, Century 21 with Miss Karen Murphy, Big Tex Home Investments, and Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group. We'd like to thank all y'all for sponsoring this season.
That's the final from Homer Bryce Stadium here at Stephen F. Austin State University. Chapel Hill 35, Livingston 15. You've been watching Texas high school football here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
Here at Big Tex Homes, we are a real estate solution company committed to serving the needs of the people. We're here to help and solve all your real estate needs, whether that be buying, selling, foreclosure, tax liens, probate short sales, or maybe a landlord that doesn't know what to do with a property. If you need this help, call us today at 903-472-0220 or visit our website at www.bigtexhome.com.
Wooden Bean, your locally owned drive-through coffee shop, is centrally located in Chapel Hill, diagonally across from the high school. Priding themselves in providing exceptional service and amazing drinks. From your standard coffee to lattes, to signature cold brews, they have something for everyone. Teas, live fair breakfast, and a Red Bull Fizz that would kickstart any morning. If you haven't been out to see them, today is the day. Can't miss them. They're in the blue shipping container, and their baristas are looking forward to fixing up something just for you. Come on in and drive through.
Aaron Murphy with Century 21 is on your team assisting with buying or selling a home. You can count on this math teacher to find the best deal and get the win. Call her for your real estate needs at 903-571-5882.
Don't wait on the sidelines watching other homeowners. Get in the game. Whether you're dreaming of buying a home or wanting to sell the one you have, the right coach will help you build a winning team. Start by giving your friendly and experienced East Texas Realtor a call today. I'm Brandy Messenbring with the Property Shop Group, eXp Realty, 214-394-9180.